Hi, you folks. Justin Skeens, your friendly neighborhood firearms instructor out here at the Cardinal Pistol Range in Marengo, Ohio again. If you're in the central Ohio area, I really recommend stopping out. We're right off the intersection of 61 and 71, not too far from Columbus, pretty easy to get to. So again, you get a chance, swing up this way. Today's video, I want to follow up on the TX22 Gen 2. So, my last video started getting some comments about the gun not wanting to function for people, and I'm trying to sort out if it's a magazine issue, if it's a gun issue. Mine runs flawlessly with CCI standard ammunition, but I have tried some other ammos now, and I can tell you that CCI Blazer gives it fits. Remington Thunderbolt seems to give it fits. May have found a solution, did some searching on the interwebs and found that some people were using wax on the inside of their magazines, and I didn't think my magazines really had that much of an issue until I tried it. So you're not going to be able to really tell it from here, but I did also try graphite dry lube. So I don't recommend that because this stuff wicks out everywhere and you wind up having nasty looking hands for quite some time. Didn't really seem to have the effect that I wanted either. So this magazine, it's really hard to tell on video, but bear with me, got some sticking points to it and the spring feels really stiff. All that I've done with this one is use an automotive type carnauba wax product on all of the internals, and it is so much smoother. Is that our fix? All right, folks, first up, I've got an unmodified magazine. This is just the way that it comes from the factory. I haven't done anything to this mag with CCI standard. We're going to make sure that this still runs. Ran fine, slide lock back, all good. Also, somebody had commented that their 22 round magazine sucks. I haven't had any issues out of mine, but I've mostly ran CCI standard out of it. For those that don't know, this is CCI standard. It is a lower velocity. It's 1,070 feet per second. Most steel challenge matches, that's what I see people typically run. It has been the most accurate ammo out of most of my guns, and it seems to cycle out of pretty much everything. Doesn't make any sense to me though why CCI Blazer that's higher velocity doesn't cycle the slide as well, or is it the magazine? So we're going to try to dig into that today and see if we can figure it out. First, I got to try to get some malfunctions on camera. So let's run some rounds down range. All right, got my factory magazine loaded up here, CCI Blazer. We're going to run this to see if we have any malfunctions. We didn't have any malfunctions that time. Another magazine, factory mag, no changes to it. CCI Blazer. Lock back, no malfunctions. That magazine's not giving me any fits. All right, so now I've got some Remington Thunderbolt here. This ammunition says that it's 1,255 feet per second. That's clearly out of a rifle barrel. 40 grains. This stuff here runs pretty dirty, and I have had issues out of it before. Maybe it runs fine. Again, unmodified factory magazine. Slide lock back, magazine ran. I'm kind of surprised by that, but let's continue on. All right, next up on my list, Aguila Standard velocity, 1130 feet per second, 40 grain. This is going to be another uncoated lead projectile. Sorry, I'm not showing you my targets. Really nothing fancy to see. I've got three 12-inch round plates, what looks to be an 18 by 24 rectangular, a 10-inch round plate, and I've got a piece of paper set up down there for any accuracy testing that I wanted to do. Today's really about reliability and trying some different ammo out in this gun. Aguila, standard velocity, 40 grain. Ran fine, slide lock back. That's one magazine. By no means any kind of a definitive answer on what we've got going on, but we're going to continue trying different ammo. So this time we'll be using Aguila high velocity, 1255 feet per second, copper plated bullet. Think of this as similar to a mini mag. Slide lock back, magazine ran. That time that was the waxed magazine. And I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes basically what I did with that. There is a huge difference in how smooth the magazines feel. So this last ammo is what a lot of people look at as like the granddaddy of them all. If your gun won't run this, it won't run anything. And that is CCI mini mags. What they had over here, this is 22 long rifle, copper plated round nose, 1235 feet per second, 40 grains. I did get a bad batch of this last year that would not run through any of my pistols, including my Ruger Mark IV, which was kind of strange because it seems to chew up about anything. But it ran fine through my rifles. It seemed to be a primer issue more than anything, so the rifles tend to hit that a little bit harder. So let's try CCI mini mags. CCI mini mags. Let's see if they'll run. Hey, we got our first stoppage of the day, and that was in one of my waxed magazines. So when I was getting some stoppages, this one stopped up really well. So when I was getting some stoppages with the CCI Blazer, I was seeing something pretty similar to that. Is the gun just dirty enough now that it'll stop? I don't know. Got another stoppage. Fired that one out. All right, we had 2 stoppages during that run with CCI mini mag. Begs the question, is it the ammo, is it the gun, or is it the magazine? I don't know. Let's try going back to some of the other ammo. So we're going to revisit the Remington Thunderbolts. Cycled the gun fine, ran through that magazine, locked back. Kind of strange. So we had 2 stoppages with the mini mags in a single magazine. Let's try that again. And I'm going to switch up magazines. So throughout all the other ammunition, I haven't had any problems from this magazine, and it has not been coated as I drop it on the ground. Which, that brings up a good point. I've seen some people online suggest that you use CLP inside these magazines. I would avoid any kind of a wet lubricant, because should you do something like what I just did where you drop the magazine on the ground, you're going to collect all kinds of dirt and grit. We don't want that. All right, we're back to the CCI mini mags. We're using the factory magazine with no lubrication. That time ran fine. Let's go back to the coated mag and see if that gives us fits. All right, we've got the coated magazine. You can see some of the wax right there. CCI mini mags. This was giving us fits. Got another stoppage. Right there's the round, so it wasn't fully stripping out, and the slide came forward and impacted the round right there. Cycled the rest of it fine. I don't know. CCI mini mag seems to be the only thing that's giving me fits today, but that is my gun with my magazines and this ammunition on this day. Seems to run the CCI Blazer fine now. It runs the Aguila standard velocity and high velocity fine. Even ran the Remington Thunderbolts fine. I can tell you that from being behind the gun, I can feel a difference with each round in the Remington Thunderbolt. It's not nearly as consistent as the other ammos. But for me personally, I'm going to be sticking with CCI Standard. It seems to run just fine. I've got another magazine loaded up here with CCI Standard. Again, another factory magazine. Haven't done anything to it. Ran just fine. No malfunctions there. What do you guys think? Is it me? Is it the gun? Is it the magazines? Is it the ammo? The only thing that I'm having issues with today is the magazine that I used wax on with CCI mini mags, and I'm having the exact same problems that I had before I tried it, but I'm not having that with any of the other ammo. I don't know. Again, for competitions, I'm going to be sticking with CCI Standard. Honestly, the thing that this showed me today, probably more than anything, I can buy this Remington Thunderbolt. I just bought it today over here at Red Feather. $39 for 500 rounds. That's probably going to be my practice ammo. It's a little bit cheaper than CCI Standard. CCI Standard's been running me about $65 or $66 for 500 rounds. But I haven't had any issues out of my TX22s running CCI Standard. So, you tell me, what do you think? Anyways, folks, as always, train hard, stay safe, shoot straight, have a wonderful day.